Hi there, Heather Hartwig here again to give you another quick tip in the Instructional Essential Practices in Early Literacy. Today's quick tip comes from Essential 5, and Essential 5 has a focus on explicit instruction in letter-sound relationships. And today I'd like to specifically focus on the part that is circled here on your screen, which talks about how high-frequency words need to be taught with that full analysis of letter-sound relationships. So making sure that when we're teaching our students high-frequency words, we are giving them explicit instruction in letter-sound relationships, not just having them memorize a list or using flashcards, because we know that that doesn't work. So a couple of misunderstandings I want to clear up before we get into our mapping routine for the day is that high-frequency words aren't the same as sight words. They can be sight words, but they're not always the same as sight words. So sight words are words that are already orthographically mapped in our brains, and those words are ready for instant retrieval when we see those words in print. And we want high-frequency words to be sight words, but they're not really synonymous in their meanings. I also want you to know that most high-frequency words can be decoded. At least parts of all high-frequency words can be decoded. And so we're going to talk about a routine today that you can use with your students to help them to have those mapped in their brains so they are ready for instant retrieval and do become sight words. So let's practice that using the word have. So boys and girls, today we're going to practice an important word that you're going to see a lot in your reading and in your writing, and that is the word have. Go ahead and say that word with me, have. I'm going to use it in a sentence for you. So, I have a dog named Buster. Now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to listen to that word as I say it nice and slowly. I want you to think about each sound in that word that you hear when I say that, okay? Have. Have. All right, now I want you to repeat that word back to me nice and slowly, and I want you to hold up your fingers for each phoneme or each sound that you hear when you say that word. Have. Yes, you're right. Have has 3 phonemes. It has 3 different sounds. Now I want you to write or watch as I write those letters, and I'm going to say that slowly again. So as I form the word or this word, I'm going to make each letter and say the sound. So have. Good. All right. Now I want you to look at this word have. And I would draw a rectangle around it, and then you're going to make Elkonin boxes to segment off each of the different phonemes. So you can show them that, yes, have has 3 different phonemes, and they're isolated here. So we have have. Notice that that v sound at the end of have is made with a V and an E. And we learned that a lot of the time when I see a vowel, consonant E, this vowel is going to say its name, but not in the word have. And that's because there's no word that is ever going to end in a V in our English language. So you should know that you're never going to end a word in just a V. It has to have a letter after it, okay? So that's why this last phoneme is V-E. All right, now I'm going to give you your own whiteboard, and you are going to write this word nice and slowly, just like we did the first time together. And you're going to say the sounds of each letter as you write those on your board, okay? And I would have the student do that a couple of times. Then you're going to use the word in a sentence, because when we connect meaning to those words, that helps that word to be mapped in their brains. So I would say, all right, I'm going to ask you a question, and in my question, I'm going to use the word have. And then I want you to think about your answer, because I'd like you to use the word have in your response, okay? So I might ask them a question like, have you ever seen a double rainbow? And they might respond and say, I have seen a double rainbow. And then I would invite them to ask a question using that word have, and then I would answer it for them, making sure that in my answer, I'm also using that same word. So this is just a quick routine that you can use with your students or small groups to help them to map high frequency words. These are the resources used.